All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going today? Yeah, stream day. Excited. So, oh, hey, Joe Cooper. Thanks for the say hi. How you doing? How's it going? Morning, Paul. Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Joe H. Cooper. Joe. I was gonna say Joey, but it's Joe H. Right? Anyways. Cool. Yeah. So today is yesterday I was supposed to be making a video, and I spent the whole day working on the icon block because we are like about a week and a bit away, maybe 2 weeks. 19th. What is that? That is like 14 days from today. So 2 weeks away, I guess, from beta 1 for WordPress 7.0. So I didn't get the icon block into 6.9, but I am working hard to get it into 7.0. And yesterday we got a lot of work done. There's a lot of stuff, and I have a ton of feedback that I just received, which is amazing from a number of people smarter than me, who are providing some great feedback on how we should move this thing forward. So I thought what I'd do today is just work on this and try to address as much of this feedback as I possibly can, and kind of go from there. So I'm just going to refresh this page because I realized that I got some feedback from a coworker of mine who's an amazing dude, who I met at WordCamp Sofia. Mohammed Atta 7866. Hello from Egypt. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for dropping in from Egypt. He's over on YouTube if you're not seeing that in the chat. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. And some of it's silly. Some of it's really, really, really silly stuff that I need to do. Like my friend Marin here, he's a fantastic guy. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just gonna start. So let's take a look and see what we have. Make sure I'm actually running. Okay, so where am I here? GST. Why? Is it running slow? Okay, so I have to go npm. I'm gonna install because I just updated from trunk. Because Gutenberg 22.5 was released yesterday, so I've just updated with all of that. So we're gonna run that. Gonna install. I've already updated, but now I'm just gonna install. So npm run dev, and then we'll wait for it to build everything. So we'll run that. Building TypeScript. Make sure it all works. So the latest conversation that we've been having is around the picker UI. So originally, the history of this block is it's actually Nick Diego's block, his icon block, which has got like 400 million installs. It's great. And so Nick has graciously donated it to the WordPress community. So I took that on as trying to get it in. So it had its own custom UI. And I thought, well, instead of using that, we should use the data views because that's the new hotness, right? And it's good stuff. And so I built that out. However, there is a bundling. It does introduce a rather large dependency to the block library package in the sense of it's now bound to the data views package. So, did Kev? No, Kevin. Did he quit because you took his block? Yes, that's exactly what happened. If you haven't heard, my friend Nick has decided to move on from Automatic. That's cool. I will miss him. But now he says he's going to actually show up to my streams, which I think he's a dirty liar because he's not going to show up. But anyways, I wish him the best, and hopefully I'll see him at some WordPress events and whatnot. Anyways, stream hijacker over there. So I built it all out using the data views picker, which is really cool. It worked really well. It's kind of like core first. It looks right. But because of that dependency, we're kind of pivoting back towards using the custom one. So I spent yesterday afternoon adding that back in. And so we're looking at that. And we got some design input. And we got some code input. And I realized just how rusty I am at writing actual production code. Because I forget how to do like anything. And some of the errors are so dumb. And like I would be mad at, like if I was reviewing my own code, I'd be like, who is this idiot? Fire him. He's garbage. So that's that. Yeah. So hopefully I'm getting better. Okay, cool. So we are building. So that works now. So we got the build process going. So let's see what we actually got here. So let's refresh the icon block. This is the page that I'm working on. So you grab the icon block. Oh no, not that one. Let's take this one. So this is the UI that we have in place currently. This is the non-custom one. Well, this is the custom one. So there is some search. So if I just do a search for audio, you can see I have the audio thing show up here. Arrow, see this sort of stuff. So it's very, 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 very simple. Now the other one was more complicated, which I can actually show you that. Can I show you that? Let's see if I can show you that. So down here, I just need to import the other one. So custom inserter, and I think I have it as inserter modal, I think. Let's look. I can't remember what it's called. Components. It's inserter modal. Yeah, okay. So just bring in inserter modal. I will replace that. It's got the same prop structure, and we can see what that looks like, assuming it doesn't break. Yeah, so you can see this. So this is a little bit better, right? Like, so this is using data views, the data view pickers, which are so cool. If you haven't used this, it's really, really, really cool. You can do preview sizes. We can sort by labels. We can set the number that we want. It handles all your pagination. It's pretty sexy stuff, right? And it does that. So it's pretty great. So, but the issue is the dependency. So I think we're going to pull this out today, and then we'll work on it sort of after the fact, because we need to figure out some things. And then I also got a whole bunch of design input from Johan, who is quite the designer in the project here. So we got a bunch of stuff, got to fix a bunch of things. So I guess we can just get into it, right? So first things first, I'm going to undo that change I just did, and I'm going to get rid of this. All right, so I shouldn't have any. I should go back. Okay, cool. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the inserter. I'm just going to pull this out because it's just a single file, right? So we don't need it right now. We're not using it, so we don't need it. So we'll just get rid of it. So that'll be my first deletion. I'm just going to delete it because Git is a wonderful thing. I can remove the data views picker UI implementation. So we'll get rid of that. And the good thing about this is I will be able to get it back if I need it. So we'll commit that. We'll do this. Yeah. So one cool thing about, I don't know if you've ever used the build, but oh, what am I looking for? What's pulling it in? See, there's an error. Where's my error? Oh, I know where. Because I'm dope. I'm a dope. I need to pull it out of here. And we need to pull inserter modal out. And then I can over here. Refresh that. I'm going to add this, and I'm going to commit, but I'm going to amend it. Commit the amend. So it should pop up my. No, I did this last time with. There it is. Okay. And yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to commit that. So if you're not familiar with git amend, basically if you haven't pushed your like if you commit something and you haven't pushed it up yet, you can add something to that last commit. And so if I look at if I were to look at the graph, you can see this thing here. You can see I've actually changed. I've removed this, and now that last change is actually part of this commit, which is really handy. It doesn't work if you've already pushed it up because you gotta just do another commit for that. But if you're dumb like me and you forgot to add something, we can just do it that way. Cool. So that's that. So I'm gonna sync those changes up there. And I think Marin, who is amazing and apparently is watching, I don't know if he is. I think you did some reviews on that stuff that I don't need anymore. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna take a look and see if there's something in there. So this components inserter, I think that is the thing that I literally just got rid of. So once that pushes up, okay, I'm just going to refresh this. And I think a bunch of your notes will be outdated. I do appreciate you taking the time to look at it, even though it's code we just deleted. Oh, is it going to be one of those days? What's going on with GitHub? Is GitHub going to be a... Oh, there it's back. Okay, weird. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. So many comments. So many comments. Okay, cool. I'm going to just go ahead and say this code is part of the data views picker implementation we're moving away from. If I click that, do this, I'm going to grab this. I can hit commit, comment, not commit, and hit resolve that. And I can also do this. I'll resolve that. I'll do this, commit, resolve. Okay, click that one. What is this? What's this? Okay, yeah. So we can comment that. And do I think the A? Yeah, I think it will. I think Kevin. The question was. Sorry, I should say what the question was. The Kev is asking if I think the AI client stuff will go into or in version 7. I think it'll go in. I think it will. I haven't heard specifically, but I know that that's what they're working towards. I don't know if anyone. No, there's anyone from the team on here, but that's the plan. It would be very cool to get it in there. So let's see, custom inserter. There was a post yesterday. A post like on what post? On Make? Oh God, why is this? You know what? If you oh, there it is. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I think they. Come on. Why is that? Can't click the link on there. Yeah. So there you go. There is a proposal. I don't know. Thank you. That's hilarious. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's opt-in, agnostic, privacy compliant. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, these comments, man. You can spend an entire day just going through these comments. I love this style of comment. I mean, not to shame this person, but okay. I didn't offer you a coffee. You made a comment. Where's Kev? Kevin. What sort of guardrails and protections are being discussed for users? For example, plugin unintentionally runs the users over, but both the plugin author and user have any protections here. That's a good question, Kev. I think yeah, no. Good questions, Kevaru. Very good questions. I think somebody will probably respond to that. If not, well, I can, but I have nothing to say. And hello, Carolina. Good to see you. Wait, it's you know what I turned off? My announcement things. Stand by. Events. Let's see. I want to announce auto shutout. I turned that off for my my stream last time. I don't know if any of you talk again, it's going to be yeah, it'll be absolute chaos if it's not done safely, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Cool. Anyways, hijacking my hijack. Okay, cool. So let's see. So custom inserter, custom inserter, custom inserter. Okay. There it is. That's me conducting this song. I don't know if the audio's in sync or not. Okay, so let's just see. Yeah, we don't need that file. Oh no. Clipboard history. This is part of the comment. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna resolve that conversation. It's been amazing, the support that I feel like I've gotten on this ticket. I got Aki jumping in. I got Miguel jumping in. I got Yoan jumping in. Hello, Bad Dude Court. It's very, 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 very cool. Very cool. All right. So I guess there's a lot of places to start.
Great is Bad Dude Court.
Bad Dude Court. So good. Sorry, email from my kid's school that I do not need to do anything. Duda, it's the best. Bad Duda court.
Oh, great, it's Carolina.
That's great. Okay, I'm gonna look through some of the stuff. Aki is really fantastic about this stuff. What he ends up doing is he just like he's like, I think we should do it this way. So what did he change? Icon inserter content. It's a convention. Maybe get a default format like block name, child name. Okay, cool. That makes sense. So I'm gonna commit this suggestion. I think the CSS is all gonna break, but we can fix that. Okay, so I'm gonna commit that suggestion. And then, why does it do that? I need to refresh the page. Come on now. Where'd that go? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so what's this one? Let's avoid using selectors from other components, as any changes to the styles of that component may unintentionally affect the icon block. Is this class name even necessary? I don't even know. That's the thing. I just kind of copied and pasted all of Nick's code in there, and like I'm not using some of it because he had like icon categories and everything, which we don't have yet. So I think I need to look into that. So I'll look into that one. What's this one? Okay, so we can commit that. I missed that one. So we don't need that. My eyeball is itchy. Ugh, come on. Oh God, we're back at the top again. Okay, let's just see what else I can just commit. Okay, cool. And then that's this. What is this? What is he saying here? We should be able to achieve what we want simply by variations of the button component, and we can also try to eliminate many of the CSS overrides. I don't know where that icon grid. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what he's saying there. So what's he want to do? Class name, variant icon, primary. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'll take a look at that. What is this now? Inserter modal. Yeah, it's going to break all kinds of CSS, but that's fine. And I'm going to get back down. So annoying. I have to do this every time. I gotta say. Oh yeah, sure. Sorry about that. Okay, so I assume that's better. Okay, what is this? What's he wanting to do here? So no, you don't need to go look at the PR. Is that zoomed in enough? I hope so. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna, okay. I got glasses, everybody. I have glasses now so I can read because I'm 400 years old, but I can actually read that fairly well. So I'm not gonna wear my glasses today. Anyways. Okay, so he's just doing the icon maybe tomorrow. I've been wearing them all the time and it's been amazing. It's so great. They're specifically for like working on the computer, but I had an eye exam last week or 2 weeks ago and the doctor's like, yeah, you need glasses. So anyways, okay, so I'm just going to commit this suggestion because this is just changing the class name and I'm going to have to go in and just make sure all the classes work in the CSS.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Oh, thanks for the follow. I'm not going to say that right, but Smitodiev, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Okay, I'm going to look at that one manually. What is this? What is he asking for here? This is variations of the button component, and we should also be able to eliminate many of the CSS overrides. Okay, so I'll look at that. Before we stabilize this block, we need a new icon block. This is true. So Yoan put together a bunch of icon block stuff. You can avoid assigning React component trees to constants. I think we just feel free to start the function if that seems too much. Oh, hey. Whoa. Whoa. What? I don't even know. I don't even know. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, you're not wrong. Oh. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're off the VIP list. Oh, I don't even know what to say anymore. Okay. Casting the luxury done it. I think it doesn't affect Claude. It doesn't affect Claude, no. Okay. Oh, what's this? Is there more to hide in there? Okay, I've already done that. Doesn't this need to be sprintf'd? Probably knits. The knit. Let's keep that line. Keep the empty line. Okay. Packages block library source. Index source. What? Did I change that? Man, like, you know what? No, it's all good. I use Cloud Code all the time. Are you kidding? I just don't show you all because that's how do I have 4 changes? So is someone pushing code in here? What is this? What is this even? Is Aki doing something here? Oh, that's those are all the manual commits that I've just been doing. Okay, I'm gonna pull down those changes, and let's get into some works. Let's get into building something here. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so I want to look at what. I want to look at what Johan was talking about. I think there's some low-hanging fruit that we can just kind of get into. So here it is. So this is what it is. So it's got the icon block. First of all, I need to fix this. This is a problem. Let's not do the placeholder with button inside. You can use the same gray material as the site logo does. Okay, I wouldn't even include the upload button inside the logo does. Just the gray material which indicates placeholder. Since you already have the block toolbar for engagement with the modal, we don't need any actions inside the placeholder. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So let's look at that first. Okay, so what he's saying is in the edit, in the placeholder, I don't need a button. So, but I do need that. There's a, what is the, shoot, there's a component for this. Need to look up placeholder component. Let's look up placeholder component. That'll be in packages. There's a prop to do that thing. I think it's components and source. And I gotta go into placeholder. I can't remember what the name of that. Element OP placeholder. So there should be. I think it is illustrated or is with illustration. That's the one I'm looking for. So if I do this with illustration, I just hide that for now. Just make sure my build is running. Build is running. Jump into here and place this. Little icon. I don't like that. What's he saying? Let's I say. So no label. I'm gonna do none of that. I'm gonna get rid of this. And does the place can I is it self-closing? Can I do this as self-closing? I can't remember. May not be. Let's see what that does. Okay, so that looks like that. So we had the, oh yeah, so that's all the CSS that broke. Okay, so let's look at the CSS for that. I don't even, so I don't need this icon placeholder anymore. I think I can just, I can make, okay. So I don't, should I even do this? I mean, it's just placeholder. I think I can just do that right in line in the edit. Yeah, because I don't need that anymore. And I don't need this anymore. And this seems redundant to have this just be a shallow wrapper of that. So let's do that. Okay. But the editor CSS is going to bug me here. So what did we change? That's the thing. What did we change? What did we change all of the class names to? In here, let's see. Okay, so I need to. Okay, so where is the inserter? Is that what he changed it to? Let me just. I think that's what he changed it to. So it should be inserter mode. That thing. Let's see if that makes any changes. Can't remember what I called it. Is that the index? That's the index. So what is it? We call this icon inserter. Okay. So everything is going to look like that. Okay. So icon inserter, I got to find that. Right, and then it'll be icon insert content. Okay, dash content. Wait, no, single dash, right? A single dash, right? Single dash. Single dash. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So this would be. Is that what it was? Let's look. Inserter modal. Inserter content. Looks a little better. Okay. Something looks off there. Let's see what it is. Oh, this will do it. So why? Oh, that's better. Okay. I'm just realizing I didn't even think we need that anymore because that doesn't exist because there's no quick inserter. Okay, so that's cool. Oh, no. I think that's gone. Is that what he... Okay, so I need to change that class name. So this is going to be... What was the format? It's a crazy format. Icon block. Okay, so it's like this. So that's the format. So in here, it's going to be insert. No, icon block. Icon block. I guess it'll be like what? What do we call that? We'll call that tool bar dash. Toolbar dash content. I will make this I should have a toolbar in there somewhere, right? Is this what Aki was talking about over here? Okay, I'm in the weeds there. I'm gonna just come back to that. Make sure I haven't broken anything. All right, that looks fairly good for now. Okay, cool. So that's that. So that's this. So this is what he has going on there. Showing the icon. I guess we could do it that way. Okay, so that's what he's saying. So maybe we should change that from add icon to choose icon. Choose icon. Just to be a bit more consistent with what he has going on there. So let's see. Oh, this one says choose icon. That's nice. Okay, so then this says replace. Now, question is, should it be replace icon? I feel like it should. I feel like it should be. Because if your toolbar, so like if you had a toolbar up here, for example, right, and I click that, what does replace mean? Like, what am I replacing? I feel like that's what we should do. Like, I think that's replace icon, right? Replace it, cool. And this says choose icon. I don't know. I like that. I'm gonna go with that. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have a lot of changes in here that I've. What do the other blocks say? Well, the site logo. So if I do like site logo, it says choose logo, which is interesting. Up here, if I choose this as my site logo, oh, it says replace. So maybe I should just stick with replace. All right, we'll stick with replace. I'm just gonna say replace. Choose icon, replace. Done, done. Amazing. What is this in here? Okay, so, okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I think I'm going to get this out of here. And I'm going to bring it into the actual edit, not there, into the actual edit. Because we just need components. Just gonna bring in placeholder. All right, and then the placeholder is somewhere down in here. So instead of that, I'm just going to render placeholder. And that way, yeah, I don't need that. So bolt has not been imported, but that's fine. I'm going to just import that from here for now. Import. Where is it? Custom term. Bring it in here. That's not going to be the right path though. Get icons from icons. Oh wait, is icons? Bolt is an icons. Okay, yeah. So I can just pull in. Okay, I think I have to do it this way. So I can go import default as, and then bolt, I think that's the correct syntax. I think that's the correct syntax, right? Getting the default export as that, and then pulling in bolt. We'll see what that does. And then I should be able to replace this. Okay. And yeah, that seems to work. Okay. Make sure there's no errors in there. Okay, that's built properly. Okay, so now what I should be able to do now is in I should just be able to get rid of this entirely. So I should not. I will just get rid of the icon, the placeholder, right? And delete the placeholder files entirely. So the only thing I have now is a single component, right? Make sure that builds. Oh my God. I will say this, like I have a spaceship computer, but when I'm running like Gutenberg build, it's like things get slow. Things get slow, man. All right, let's see. That works. I'm just going to insert the icon block, go through the whole process. Choose an icon. I'll pick the box icon. Sure. What's in the box? And look, we can do background colors and we can do text color. Let's do a different text color. There we go. Do a little bit of size action. Whoop. There we go. Okay. So I think that's working. What do you think? Thoughts? No? All right. That's cool. Let's keep, we'll keep on moving here. All right. And so edit. Okay, that's all good so far. All right, I want to make some changes here. So I'm going to get rid of the placeholder. Probably. That's a good question. Bedoucourt is asking this. I think it's probably Webpack versus whatever else you want to use. There's a lot going on. It's also could be that I have a lot of things going on in the backwards. Like if you notice down here, which you probably can't see it, but let me just move this up a little bit so you can see this. See this? Oh, you can't. My stupid head's in the way. This thing. See? And pay no attention to that. But this is like it's still running. It's still doing its thing, right? So there's some stuff going on in the background there. So part of this could be me, to be honest. For being honest. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the placeholder. We're going to get rid of the import for the placeholder, and then in the edit, we're going to import all that stuff, and we're going to change some block stuff. Cool. And then this, so we're going to say, okay, this is going to be placeholder changes. Simplify the placeholder and update CSS selectors. The CSS collectors. Okay, so what's cool about this is when this is running, you see it's not just immediately committing what it's doing. Oh my God, am I dropping frames or anything? Oh, see, we got a little command output. So this is because there's like this Husky thing that's running back in here. So here we go. So I got some errors. So it's all in the editor.css. So let's look at the editor.css and see what it's actually yelling at me about here. So the first thing is editor.css, unexpressed white space on line 17. So line 17. There you go. Unexpected white space. New expected new line. Okay, on 17. Weird. Okay. And the way that you can run this, you can go run npm run lint CSS. I can just lint the CSS in the background. What happens when you commit it? There's a get hook that's running on the pre-commit, and it'll tell you that there's like some stuff going on here. So what is this? On line 136, there's a duplicate selector. We need that. There's a duplicate selector. First used at line 6. Okay, I'll have to figure out what that's about. So does that mean I can just grab all this? Well, it does. That is what it means. But if I grab all this, then I pull it out of there, and I just drop it in. Can just maybe do this. Drop it at the bottom. Get rid of this duplicate selector, and then we'll figure out what the problem is.
Oh, great. It's Troy Chaplin.
All right, let's run my lint again. And see if that passes. Okay, we're good. It didn't do anything. I think I'm gonna sorry, I should move this up higher so you can actually read it over my stupid name there. Okay. No new notifications. Yeah, wonderful. All right. Cool. Okay, so that's that. So I'm gonna just make those editor changes. The other thing that you can do is you can run npm run npm run lint, and you can say JS as well. Typically, this isn't an issue here because I have prettier set up, so it'll automatically format everything. And sometimes it actually just runs out of space. It just runs out of memory when it's doing it. It's kind of crazy. Oh man. Okay, I don't know what's doing there. So I'm just gonna I've restaged those changes that I just made. So I'm gonna commit this. It's gonna run the Husky pre-commit hook in the background, and if there's any more issues, it'll pop up. And if there's not, it will just there we go. So it just committed. That's good. I'm gonna just cancel that because I don't care. I don't care. But let's look and make sure we didn't break any of our CSS in here. We'll replace that. Looks like everything is relatively good there. Size is a bit weird. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so that's that one. Uh-oh, I got failures. Why do I have failures? Oh, you know what? We'll figure it out. Okay, so where was I? So we've sort of done this. That's good. So, you know, just the gray material, which indicates placeholder. And when you've already had the block toolbar, so we don't need any actions. Nice. We should update the icon. Okay, so this is cool. It's hard to get this right, but I think the fastest way to get this going is just to add something that isn't lightning bolt. And I made this. So we're going to copy that and we're going to update the icon. So the icon in here is going to be export const, and we're going to call this icon block icon. I'm just going to call it icon. And then can I just paste that in there? I have to go away. I'm gonna have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. Okay, and then over in the edit, I'm going to import call it icon from icons. And then wherever I was using bolt was down in here, I think. Placeholder, but boop. And then I'm also using it in here. We're gonna say we're gonna import bolt from icon or icon from icons, and that should give us. Save this. Tell you, if I never see another icon in my life, I'll probably be fine with that. Okay, so there's the icon block. That's what it shows up as. All right, that's cool. So let's make sure that let's pull the old icon out. We don't need the bolt, and we'll just do that. And hit the mic. All right, so let's, what do we got here? So this is icon, icon, icon. Okay, we're gonna say update to the icon to use. Update the block icon. Okay, we'll commit this. We're moving. Getting stuff done today. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh. Oh, getting trolled in being trolled by a certain owner of an SEO framework plugin in the Discord. Sorry, I kind of just zoned out there. All right. Okay, so we'll update the icon block. Get that going. I don't know why this thing is doing. Oh, you dirty son of a what? Icon. Edit. Well, what have I done? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna close. I gotta get too many windows open here. So in here I got edit on 30 and then 39. 30. Oh, okay. That's the problem. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna call it icon as block icon. We'll do that. And I will replace block icon. Or icon with block icon down there. That makes a bit more sense. It's weird that it didn't actually tell him to join the stream. Yeah, if he wants. He won't join the stream. I don't know if I. It's not that he's not welcome. I just don't want it to devolve into like, you know. Anyways. I'm just gonna do a. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna just do a. Oops. There, I just did a laughing emoji. Anyhow, okay, so let's put that in. So that did that. We're gonna do that. Oh, there was another thing I have to fix in here too. Okay, cool. But we'll get there. We will get there. All right, let's push that up. Okay, and back over here. Okay, so we got the icon. Icon is an open question. Okay, icon is an open question. They're codified. Generally using sentence case across UI with the exception of things like block names. Are these an exception or should be sentence case? Not sure. Oh, it's a good question. I'm not really sure what we should do there. I don't really know what we should do in that particular case. Okay, let's make the icon smaller, which I think I'm just controlling directly in the icon grid. I think I'm setting it. Yeah, so we'll go. What's that? 48, 24 pixels. Right, that's what I have the hard coded, but let's half the size to see more ones. Okay, so you know it's really I don't know if y'all feel this way, but for me when I have like defined lists of like I don't like this fix it just makes things go a lot quicker. What I don't enjoy is open-ended like maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that. I don't find that fun. It's hard to develop. It's hard to like affect feedback. I don't know. That's just me though. That's just how I am. Aki Hamano, you're in the chat. You say hi. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know if he was going to say anything though. Sorry to call you out. Is it weird for me to call out people in chat that aren't chatting? Like viewers that aren't chatting? There he is. I wanted to say thank you, sir, for your help on this pull request. Without you, I probably wouldn't be able to get it done.
It's a camera.
There we go. There he is. Okay. Okay, some of these things I don't think I'm going to be able to actually implement. Well, you see, that's bad, dude. That's not a bad idea. And there is a preview. There was a preview slider that was in there, but I took it out. Just for the sake of simplicity. Just for the sake of simplicity. So maybe that's a question I think I need to I think that's definitely a question that I need to bubble up and see. Yeah, in the data view. Yeah, the data view was awesome because you can zoom it in. There is that thing, but yeah, I guess I could probably add it back, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I fixed. I'm just gonna like this just adjusts the size. Okay, yeah. Smallifies. Make the logos, icons smaller in the modal. I have a feeling that you might be right, that there's going to be people that are saying that's too small, I can't read it, and I may be one of those people. But that's neither here nor there right now. Okay, so this is an open-ended question. I don't know what we can do here. So what he's talking about is the name of where is it? Where the hell is it? There it is. So when I go in here, it says this name. So what he's talking about is, should this name be add template uppercase or like template uppercase or template lowercase? I don't know. His point is that most things are sentence case across the custom inserter. That was one thing that he wanted done too is making that sentence case instead of uppercase. So let's go make modal title sentence case. But his point is we don't do it with blocks. So I would imagine, I would say that we probably don't care personally. Oh, what? How can there be a problem there? What did I do wrong? Oh, CLX defined but never used. Okay. That's weird. I didn't call that out before. Where is it? Custom inserter index. Oh, don't need that anymore. Strange. I wonder where was it being used that I took it out of? Did I do something dumb? I only changed one thing. Oh, it's because the file was staged. So what happens? So sometimes what happens with the Git hook is that if you don't stage it, it won't check it. So I must have removed the dependency for that what is it, the CLX, the class toggling package, which I can't remember the name of. I must have removed that and not staged this file for a commit at some point, and so now it's checking that. So we'll run this again. Yeah. So the point that he's making is that blocks are done like if you have like media and text. So what is that? Camel case? That's camel case, right? And so I think that like the icon should probably follow that. I'm not sure, but it's a small fix. I just need to basically do some regexing on it or something. But okay, so what's the next thing? Okay, so the label. So what's he saying here? So okay, so ask AI. Well, I mean, the project's got a standard that it's going with, so it's either going to be camel case, as we do with the blocks, or they're going to be sentence case. I don't know, they're formal names, so I think they should probably be camel case. Let's be careful here, as it's important, and until we get text wrap ready applied to text help. Yeah, they are. Kevin's arguing with me, like usual. Importantly, it depends on where you use this icon, whether it should have a label at all. If it's purely decorative, it should not have a label. If it's inside a button and the button is labeled, it should not have a label, which means arguably in most cases, it should not have a label. I'm sharing this as my personal understanding, and I think that's, no. This is the sort of thing where somebody higher up in the project just says, do it this way. And so I'll do that. Okay, so the thing about this is that it's not okay, so what he's talking about in this label is he doesn't like this, what do you call it, the typographic widow, this little thing here, right? I'm not ignoring you, Kev. Well, I am, but so this label thing is it's a thing. It's difficult because depending on the context in which this icon is used, it may or may not need to have certain ARIA attributes added to it. And so what we're doing in it is basically based on the existence of a label. So if it is used as decorative only, if it's just a thing on the page, then you need to basically have it hidden from screen readers. So what we're doing is if there's no label, then we're setting ARIA hidden to true, and we're setting focusable to false. So that's making it go away from screen readers because screen readers don't need it if it's just decorative. If there is a label, then we're assuming that we need to have it. So we have to add the image, the role of image to the SVG itself, and then the ARIA label goes onto the SVG itself as well. And so, but then there's the whole thing of like if it's inside of a button or inside of an interactive element, which currently you can't put this inside an interactive element. So that's a use case that's not possible right now, but will be possible in the future. So, I'm not really. So we just have to we have to demonstrate, we have to sort of indicate that. And where did I put this? So this is what I put together, which is horrible, but it's like briefly describe the icon, help screen reader users, leave blank for decorative icons. And what he's saying is describe the purpose of the icon, leave empty if if decorative or used inside a wrapping button. So maybe we just start with that. Although it's not inside a wrapping button because it can't go inside a button. So it's kind of like, yeah, but there's a well actually on this, which is awesome. Okay, so he's asking me, do we need background? Imagine you wanted a background color, you'd add a wrapper. You can't link this thing either, so you can't make it an icon button. There's also no corner radius, but there is. If we can, I'd do this. We can't do that because this is a custom control. So what he's talking about here is if I go in here, I go into styles, this handles the background, but there is border. You can put border stuff on here. I don't know why he thinks you can't, but it is possible to do a border, a really good looking border like that. But what's actually happening here under the hood is there's a div that wraps this SVG that gets output. So we're assigning the background to that because these are all block supports that gets assigned to the wrapper. So if we look at the output of this, for example, this thing, you can see. Oh, you have to zoom in, not there. Zoom in here. You can see that we have this SVG, but it's wrapped inside of which one is that? Yeah, so we have this div that's wrapping the SVG. So because this got no label, it's getting these ARIA attributes, but it gets all of this stuff applied to it. So this is where the background is, and then this is just getting some CSS that inherits the current color of the wrapping div. So I don't know if I don't know what we really need to change here. We can't do this because this is a custom control for. We're using the color control, so we need to do a custom control for this, and there's no way of modifying that, which is a bummer. The width thing is again it's definitely a width thing. It's a block control. Maybe he has a good point. If you're editing the width of this thing, you can make it like 1,000,000 pixels, or you can make it 0. Well, you can't because we have something in place, but technically you could put 0 in and it wouldn't be visible. So these are some open-ended questions. So one of the things that this block got, like one of the sort of requirements of this block is that the controls that we're using are all block supports, and we don't have a block supports. This is a custom one. Well, not custom one. I'm sorry. This is one that was added, so the width doesn't have this stepped ability. So we can't do that. This we can do. We did that. Okay, so he's talking about categories. We don't really have tabs and categories here yet. So I don't know if we can do all that, unfortunately. So we're sort of stuck. These things we can't do. This, I think we need text and we need background. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to override this and have it say icon, but I don't think that's possible. Is that actually a thing? Is that actually a thing somewhere? Just use the font size control. The font size control on what? Oh. Will that work? Interesting. Feels like a bit of a hack, but if I go like the font size 20 pixels, I don't think that's going to do anything here. Let's get rid of width. I don't think that'll work. No, it won't. No. Icon size? Yeah. So what he's asking for is basically custom control, but we aren't using custom controls for that. Now, the thing is, I just sort of added that in, but I think it makes sense for us to keep it because, I mean, if you can't colorize it, that's kind of not really that helpful. Like, imagine you couldn't colorize this. Like you couldn't match your theme color. You'd have to do it entirely in theme JSON or some custom CSS, or you like what he was saying is you'd have to. I wonder if that would work. Let me just choose an icon. Let's pick this circle filled icon. Grab that. We wrap this. But group it, and then in the group, I'm going to set a background color of yellow, and then the text color of blue. That works, but I think it's because I have this. I think it's because I have the CSS, but that's not what I want. That's not what we want at all. I think we need to keep it. What does everyone think? I think we need to keep it. Because like doing this is great, but it's going to be, not that helpful. You have to do things inside of things and do all of that. And I don't know. Nah. I think we need to keep it. Slurping coffee into the mic. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. So we can't really do any of that stuff. I've done that. So this thing, again, we don't have categories yet. But we're not going to do that. Okay. So Aki is saying that this is unnecessary. The block inserter doesn't have it. So let's get rid of it. I don't think we need it. I agree with that statement. Custom inserter. So where is the social icons? Isn't there a block that's similar color control already? Maybe. Let's look. Let's see. But the thing is that if it is, it's probably going to be custom, right? So add in there. So social icons, icon color, icon thingy. Yeah. I bet these, I would imagine that these are custom. But let's look. Let's double check. So we're gonna go packages. What am I looking at? Right, block library. Sorry, block library, source, social links. Let's look at the edit. Huh. Supports color, background, text, experimental default controls, spacing. So how, interesting. I wonder how it did that. So background true, gradient's true, text is false. So it doesn't have text, has background. We saw that. So it doesn't have. Okay, so in the edit, I should have, there should be social links edit. Use effect. Okay, I don't care about that. Pass name, use block prop. Color settings. Set icon color. Tools panel settings. Select control. What is this? Size. Show labels. With colors. Oh. Maybe I can do it. What is this with colors? Color gradient settings drop down. Is that what that is? Aki knows. He knows everything. Oh. Okay. So if I use that group color settings that map unchanged. Okay, so we got key, social links color, experimental settings, color value, label. So where's the label come from? Okay, what? Oh, color settings. Where's color settings? So that's defined up here somewhere. Where the hell is it defined? Color settings. Icon color, icon value, icon color. Okay, so we could do that with this, which is not a block. So I could go down this road, but I'm worried that what's going to happen is, I mean, this is now two-way, okay. You know what? I think we can do this. I don't think there's any issue here because it's going to have to be, it doesn't make the background and all that stuff doesn't make sense. Okay, this is what we're going to do. So use custom attributes to fall back to prevent loss of named color selection when you switching themes to a new theme does not have a matching named color. Okay, sure. But I don't want to store it as an attribute though. That's the thing. Is that what this is doing? This is it's gonna restore it as an attribute, right? Correct? Yeah. Oh no. I don't think we want to store that as an attribute. I think we just want to use the... You know what would be really great is if in block supports, you could provide a way to filter and change the name. Because that would solve everything. If it was just like icon color, icon background color, then we're done. We could do it this way, but I think if I'm not mistaken, Aki, you know, I'm pretty sure this means you have to save it as a... You have to save it as a attribute, which we don't want to do. I don't think that makes sense to save it as an attribute. Because then if it's saved as an attribute, the value is saved, then you switch themes, you have to go and change all your icons. I mean, you probably have to do it anyways, depending on how you've named your color variable, but I don't know, I feel like it's a lot. Okay, but we're gonna get rid of this because I agree with you. And where's the content header is in here? Content header, we got this little search results. We can just get rid of that. So I don't need this. And then it's going to show icon results, right? That, and then there's some CSS in here too. I think I can get rid of. That I don't need. Oh, I don't need that either. If I remember right, I shouldn't have. Okay, perfect. so we're gonna get rid of that. Remove, what do we call this thing? Remove, okay, let's make sure. That. Push that there. No, thank you, Aki. Thank you for reviewing all this stuff. Of course. What is this? What's he yelling me for now? Oh, this. Okay, 37. 37. It's probably just like an extra 30. You know what? I bet it's that. Sometimes, man, it's so dumb. All right, so we'll sync those changes. Okay, so I'm going to mark this as updated, removed. And I'm going to comment on that. And I'm going to resolve that conversation. Okay. Okay, what is happening here? So this is asking me, let's suppose you're using selector. So this is that's this selector I'm assuming you're talking about. Is this class name even necessary? It may not be. I don't know. Let's. I don't know. Is it necessary? Let's see. So what is it doing here? What is Marin asking if it's actually necessary or not? Okay. So we kind of want it centered, don't we? I assume though that we want that centered, so we'll get rid of that. So I can just do this with like a simple CSS. We don't even need it. Because no results found. So why is let's get rid of this. We don't need that. We absolutely don't need that. So the only thing we need to do is center this, right? Right? So this it is just literally all it's doing is getting no results. Okay, we need to change that class. And then like what is this getting that it needs? So if I just do like text align center, is that all it needs? I feel like that might be all it needs. Okay, so let's change that. Okay, so this is going to be hold on. So it's going to be inserter content header. This is going to be inserter content so inserter content dash grid, no results. Okay, oh, I get it. Okay, so let's go. It's going to be insert. Okay, it's going to prefix with inserter content. Right, inserter content, and then it'll be dash no results. And we can get rid of that. Does that make sense? All right, Kev. Thanks a lot. Well, I don't think the icon is in there, right? So what is this? I want to look at this. I want to just make sure that these names make sense. So we got content header, content grid. Okay, content dash grid. So this is content. Should be, I guess it should be content grid, no results, right? Content dash grid, no results. So we need this to be, unless you want to just do an inline style, but we're going to need that. So let's go. So this is, why do we need, okay. So I don't know why we need, where'd that go? It's in here. So let's put this in here, and this is going to be that. And we'll see if that gets everything it needs to get. It's so weird. That didn't get the CSS it needed. Let's make sure this is building. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff in here I have to figure out. Okay, so it should be centered. Okay, super strange. Let's grab the replace, do this. Is it getting any kind of like... why do we care? Okay, margin top, that, display flex direction. Okay. Just do that, and that'll work. Okay, that's good. Okay, weird. Okay, so I think we've fixed that, right? So there should be no like weird. So these things are interesting. So icon list, icon. This is. So this should be prefixed differently, right? Insert content grid, icon like these, no results, search results. No results. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't think we need that. It didn't make any sense to me to actually show the like the block icon in there. Like if it's no results, it's no results, right? It just shows no results. Right? It's weird. If I keep typing the same thing, it's gonna. Okay. Okay, so what time is it? Oh, it's almost noon. Okay, so we're making good progress here. So what we got in here? This is. I'm feeling like we can probably get some. So. Is this in the icon grid as well? Okay, yeah. So this is the other thing. All right, thanks, Aki. Thank you for your help on this and for hanging out. It's like midnight for you, isn't it? I'd imagine so. All right, have a good one. Okay. We should be able to change what we want by simply using variation of the button component. We should be able to eliminate many of the CSS overrides. Okay, cool. So I think we can look at that. So if I understand this correctly, we have a button thing in here, right? And do I have access to WordPress 7? It's not, so there is no release candidate yet. So beta 1 is coming
great. It's the love.
WordPress 7.0 beta 1 is scheduled for like the 19th. So so we don't have the release candidate yet. But when we do, everyone, like as soon as that's out, like as soon as it's available, everyone has access. There's no like special access to it. It gets released. It gets released when it gets released. You can go and get drunk and see what that is, but there is no. Oh, you're joking! Oh, shut up. You know how many times this has happened to me on stream, where somebody like said something in joking. I'm like, well, actually, let me explain that to you in great detail, and they're like, no, I'm an idiot. I'm joking. So yeah, fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Don't even care anymore. Okay, so let's just see. So this has that is not a thing that we even need to worry about. Okay, so there's some redundancy in here that I want to get rid of. I'm going to focus on this icon grid a little bit. So we have this no results. So I think what we can do is do something a little bit more inline, something like this, right? So if there's no icons, then we're going to show this. So now we can get rid of this because we don't need that, right? Otherwise, I think we can just like do it completely in line, right? I think we should do it that way. There we go. So now this is just completely in line. This actually, Marin has a good point somewhere in here. Somewhere. Where is it? This part. React components trees to constants. I think it was, yeah. So that's what is this? Delete. Okay. So that's what we're doing here. So we got rid of all those functions, and we're just going to inline it because this is pretty straightforward stuff. And so this has no icon fill. No idea what that is doing because we're not actually using that. So that's going to go away. That does remind me that there is has no icon fill in here somewhere. Let's see how many options. Okay, there's only one. I'm going to get rid of that. And I don't know why we're doing a fill. I don't know. That thing keeps popping up. It's annoying. Okay, so there's definitely some cleanup I have to do in here. Okay, what is this? Okay, so we're gonna inline this stuff. Oh my god, let's just get rid of these things. There we go. And take a look at this. So this is the inserter grid. So this should actually be named. Okay, let me just find all the instances of this. So that's the only place. Okay, so this shouldn't be inserter grid. This should be like that, and we will. It should be this actually. So this is the full inserter grid. We'll get rid of that. name that correctly. So this is going to be okay. So we're going to do this. I'm going to add that. So, oops, I put that in the wrong place. We're going to do this. So I need to find all instances of this, and it's going to be CSS. It's going to be some CSS in there. So I got to find this. So this is going to be changed to this whole thing. I don't know if my names are getting a little bit verbose here, but icon list. So this is going to be item. Okay, I have some redundancies in this CSS that I gotta figure out. What time is it? Oh, it's noon. Okay. There's some redundancies in here that I gotta get working here. So this is gonna be this is the icons list. So we're gonna do this. It'll be icons list dash dash item dash item. These CSS, these names are hysterical. I wonder. So item, this would be icon, this would be title. Let's see what I broke. Okay, something. Okay. I feel like this is going to give me some grief about redundancies in a second, but I'll have to figure that out. Because there's definitely some CSS stuff that needs to be addressed. So that didn't fix it. Alright, so that's still... So that means it's not getting... So that it's getting the is active. But what? I think that was it, Paul. Thank you. Let's take a look. Yeah, that did it. It's not getting that color. It's getting the spacing better though. So the color is, I gotta figure that out. So there's something about the admin color. What is this? Oh, that's it. Yeah, that did it. Okay. So that should fix that. But I still think there's some redundancies that we can probably address. That's not getting the right color. What is the theme admin color? Okay. I'll figure that out. I think I need to like look at this and just sort of figure out why it's doing this. I'm gonna check something here. So there was like a CSS thing they got rid of. Has no icon fill. Actually, what I want to see here is there's this. What is this? Something doing this. Has no icon fill. What is? What is it? Has no icon fill. Let me put that back for a second. Okay, so has no icon fill. So that is the class. So if I put that back, I feel like something's doing something there. And I put that back over here. It's just okay, let's see what that does. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. What's this problem? Icon is not defined. What do you mean icon is not defined? Where's it? Where's the icon? Oh, I'll need that. Oh, come on, Ryan. Okay, that seems to be working. So it's the CSS, right? So fill is none, color. So I wonder if this class is being applied somewhere. Let's just see. Check something. I'm not wrapping my head around why the CSS is doing what it's doing. Like what that's getting the right thing, but it doesn't need this. So if I get rid of this, because this class will always be applied, or will never. I don't know. Probably never be applied. I don't know. Let's see. So if I replace it. All right. See, it seems fine now. So everything looks good there. Okay. So icon grid, we got this back to where it needs to be. That's fine. What is this? Icon update, icon ets, icon name. What is this? HTML render. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's looking better. I think it's looking better. Let me just do this now. I think if I run some CSS npm run. I want to lint the CSS. I'm probably going to get a bunch of yells at me. Probably going to get some like, maybe not. Expect to send the space before, where is that? On 62. That will do it. Okay, let's run that again. I thought there was some duplicate things, but there is not so far. Okay. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to clean up the modal icon grid view. All right. I'm going to commit that and see what happens. And then I'm going to use Cloud Code for something. I love using Cloud Code for this stuff. While that's running, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start. Where is it? Okay, in here. I'm gonna say, look. Are there any unused or unused or redundant CSS selectors in the icon block code? I love doing this. That's what I use it for, this kind of stuff. Or I say, find me an example. Actually, one thing that I was doing was, I'll show you. So it's running, right? It's running. Okay, cool. So like in the edit, for example, there's this thing going on, which I'll talk about super briefly. This unstable mark next change is not persistent. So I didn't know what this did. I was told that I need to use it because what we're doing here is when you change the value, the width value, to anything less than what the default is, this changes it back to the default, which we've set at 48. But you have to call this, and this is inside of a use effect. But if you don't call this basically adds it to the undo stack. So if you undo it, it'll get you in like this weird loop where it's like it goes around. So this is basically saying don't add this to the undo history. And so I had never really seen it used, and I wanted to get an example of it. I'm like, here, so what was a good example of this? And it found it for me. It was amazing. So this is still checking. Here we go. There we go. This is funny stuff. The selector is not referenced anywhere in any JavaScript code. Cool. Is using but the variant toolbar variant is not interesting. Missing unused classes. The class isn't used in content but has no responding styles. No custom is needed. Okay, cool. Recommendation. Okay, cool. Please remove the recommended. Like this has saved me hours of digging through it, especially because I'm not good at front end stuff. So I'm trying to get better, but yeah, that's the plan. What is this? Yeah, sure, we'll get rid of that. So hopefully this doesn't make any really stupid things. Eh? You know? It's great. I'm very excited about this. All right, 28 lines of code, unused code. Okay, let's check it. See if there's any weirdness. Place. Everything looks good to me. The inline, where's the inline one? This one? Oh, I need to get it. I gotta take the toolbar off. So what is this? This one? Place? I got one inside. That's the one I want. So this is it. So I want to go label. Okay. Perfect. That was great. Remove some unused selectors. Boom, bang, bong. So good. All right, we're gonna sync those changes. It's pretty great. All right, I am gonna drop off because it's afternoon. Should you remove outermost? Is that next naming convention wrapper or things? Where's the outermost? That should be gone. Edit on pen 110. Oh, yes. I don't know what this is alternate is for. Where is this? Oh, okay, that's a class. That's cool. That's a good call. Where was that? Shoot. Edit 110. Can I... Yeah, but okay. Can we remove as well? I don't know if it's... Yes. Oh, ye. Okay, let's make that edit. All right. Let's see what else we got. Missing. Okay, I'm gonna leave. The class is using the content header, but no content. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna leave that in there. That can go away. This. Okay. Sweet. Sweet. So here, so in here we should just have is alternate. So let me I just want to double check. So this is in content only mode. This is the label thing. Okay, so I'm gonna just save this. I'm gonna replace this. Yeet. Yeah. Yeet. Skeet. Okay, so that's good. That's done. All right, we're gonna just should just remove unneeded unused class in the popper. Reverting, bing bong bing. Commit. Okay. This is pretty cool. We're gonna sync that. Okay, so this is feeling a lot better now. Now the thing is, wait a minute, hold on. Oh no, I need that. That makes sense. So we're gonna add that. What's this block editor block types list item? Oh, I know what Aki. Good job. Thanks. All right, that's cool. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna continue working on this today. I'm not doing Troy. I'm not doing anything official for 7.0 this time. I was the 6.9 triage release lead along with Aki Hamano, who, let's be honest, did all the real hard work. I just got all the credit. That's how I like to work. That's how I like to roll. I'm just focusing on the icon block for now. There's some other things that so part of the icon block, which I didn't really describe this before, but part of this icon block is actually there's a new API for icons that we're using. And where did it? Where is it? Aki wrote it, and of course he's. Okay. Oh, nice. Well, Joe, nice. Okay. What was I gonna say? I forget what I was saying. All right. So there's a new what am I saying? Icons endpoint. So you have to actually both this block and the endpoint are actually experimental right now. So you can come in here and check off SVG icon registration API, which is really cool. And this will enable the API and the block as well. Well, if you're on my branch, it'll enable the block as well. But yeah, so we have this registration process of doing SVGs. Yeah, so the idea would be that you would register your custom SVGs via this API, which I know it's in here somewhere. Gotta find it. There's just so many comments on this. Gotta load them up. Gotta load them up. Let's see if I can find it. Not that. Sorry, I'm scrolling real fast here, but I can find it. A lot of context in this. Where is that? What's this one? Oh no, not that one. Okay. Come on. There you go. Here's the endpoint. Which is, nope, not it. Come on. I'll find it. I'll find it. SVJ. Okay, I think this is this the one? There we go. Okay, so we have this API now. So you'll be able to do something like this. You'll be able to say, get the instance of all the registered stuff and pull it in. And that's actually what we're doing in here. So this is dynamically rendered now. So we're getting the registry, we're retrieving the icon that we want. Right? No, we're good. I'm wrapping up anyways. So there'll be like, so basically we'll be able to register this stuff. I don't know if the registration is open right now, but that's the idea. So yeah. Oh, no worries. No worries. So that'll be how we can get custom SVGs in. I don't know if it'll ever be like a copy and paste thing. It'll be probably a filter or like a registry call that you can do that will make it available. But yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. So, but anyways, on that note, I'm going to drop off, and I'm going to thank everyone for hanging out with me today. And I'm going to continue to work on this for the next few days to get it into a much better shape so we can actually get this thing merged, hopefully, before the 19th. And that'll be great. Awesome. Okay, well, thanks, everyone. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. We will chat later. Oh, if anyone wants to come on the next edition of Talk Devi to me, I'm open. That would be great. If you got something you want to talk about, like we did with WP Reg and Rob, that would be cool. Reach out to me wherever on all the places. I'm gonna get a formal sign up thing where you can like just go and sign up. I already have one guest lined up for March, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so if you're interested, let me know. It'd be great to have everyone on. And on that note, I'm gonna let y'all go. Thanks. You're the best. Bye.